The spread of coronavirus appears to be gaining momentum outside China, where the first case was recorded. There are up to 48 countries with confirmed infections. Nigeria reported its first case of coronavirus, making it third in Africa after Algeria and Egypt. We are on the street of Lagos to get people's reactions and their expectations from government. My name is Taiwo Okonlawan from PM News. Good afternoon, please. What are your names?
My name is Rome. I'm from Lagos.
So we have a case of coronavirus in Nigeria. So are you personally scared about it, and should people be scared about this news?
Okay, I expected the coronavirus to get to this country because our borders are, apart from our borders, our airports, the security and all of those things. In short, the means to check all of these things are not really adequate. You know, as a people, we downplay things, even when they are becoming issues abroad. We just think that we'll have a way around it, which is not very good. I'm not surprised. But the fact that I'm being scared, personally, I think I'm not, because I actually expected it to come. And what we need to do is to take preventive measures on how to manage it, you know, in as much as we don't have the very best of healthcare centers in this part of the world. What we just need to do is to wash our hands regularly, using sanitizers and the rest. Then I can see some persons already using nose masks. Then you observe people that are either coughing or showing symptoms that you suspect, because the person has to be diagnosed to have the disease. Or ordinarily, you have to stay away from certain things like crowded places and other things that you think can possibly make you get the virus faster.
What are your expectations from the government?
Personally, in this part of the world, for me, government has a role to play, because government will actually make citizens topmost priority. But what we see here, we're almost in charge of all of the things that we do. So before government take proactive steps, in some of the platforms that I belong to on social media, there have been messages going around, so for people to be careful and take preventive measures. So before government will come up with massive sensitization, people are already taking steps. So for me, I'm not really a fan of government must take proactive steps, because we as a people need to have our own say in all of these little things.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
What's your name?
My name is Amro. Amro from Egypt. We came to Nigeria. We stay here for long. Yes, you talk to me about coronavirus. Yes, everybody have to protect from coronavirus. You have to take vitamin C too much, eat orange, look after your body. You understand? But I hope this virus will never come to Nigeria again. It will never come anymore. Because this is happening in China, but everybody have to cover his face. You understand me? Because this virus, I heard it can get from the air, But we say, thank you, God can protect us in Nigeria, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Please, what's your name?
My name is Wilbert Ignition.
So now we have a case of coronavirus in Nigeria.
Okay.
Should people be fair?
We've been hearing about coronavirus, and it's been going from one country to another. And it seems like our leaders were not paying attention to it, but all of a sudden there's an outbreak and everybody's running scatter. Africa, how long are we going to continue like that? Why is it that it's always a fire brigade approach in Africa? And even the one that is saying there's a breakout, how sure are you? Something comes up on social media, everybody just want to go gaga, you know? So that's all I got to say right now.
Actually, we have a case now.
Yes.
Okay, the person came in on the 25th of this month.
Yes.
And what do you think government should do to contain?
Instantly, they should take all measures. They should do whatever necessary that they should do, because this thing is contagious, like we all know. Before you know, it will spread. And this is the right time. They need to act fast. They need to do whatever thing they need to do. They need to put all measures to make sure that this thing doesn't spread. Because another thing is that when the epidemic goes on and on like that, we start looking for the cure. Cure again might take another maybe months, years, depending on how effective or how fast they act towards it. So the thing is, we should just do the right thing.
And there are also people too that they spread, false information out there. What do you think? What advice do you have for people out there?
Okay, for those who spread false information, what I normally do when I see news online is that I like to make research. Sometimes you hear that somebody died, and I just go to Google immediately to check. You know, Kobe Bryant died recently, and all of a sudden I saw the picture of his wife, and they are saying the wife also died. So I just went to Google and I put the wife's name, and it's a ox. They call it ox. You know, social media. You are dead on social media, but in real world you are not dead. And we've been seeing a lot of that. So I'm very cautious when I get news. I'm very conscious. I don't just take in everything. I like to make my research, try to find out if it is true or not. And that is what we should be doing right now. You know, somebody might be coughing and somebody will feel maybe you have coronavirus. And the next thing, and you know, Nigeria, we are very scared too when it comes to epidemics like that.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
My name is Jimmy Ayola. And obviously, I think we need to be scared. Why? Because anything called virus is just called for fearing. But when you talk of Nigerian, to be specific, in as much our security agents can do their job up to expectation, that is by checking anybody coming in. Then from there, we won't need to be scared, except whereby they don't do their job as is expected. Okay, I understand one can contact it through, that is highly contagious. But then I think, to me, I don't foresee that. Because if it is something that is easily to be contacted, people entering buses will have done, I mean, thousands of people will have contracted it.
Now that we have a case in Nigeria, the person actually came in on the 25th of this month.
Yep.
What do you think the government should do?
Well, I understand, according to what I read it that a case is at hand now, isn't it? I think all our government need to do is just to make sure they quarantine that first person, and so that it won't be spread. If they can get that person nailed as they caught him, it's just, take for instance when we have Ebola. Ebola was tamed. If not, the whole nation will have, carried Ebola. So if they can do similar thing to whoever carries, prove positive to coronavirus, it won't be spread anyway.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Jayoba Olusegun Oluwarotin, Israel.
There is a news of coronavirus in Nigeria. Are you scared? Should people be scared about this?
As for me, I'm scared of it because I can't even go to Yaba because I've heard about the coronavirus, that the virus has reached Yaba. So for me, I'm scared about the names of coronavirus.
What do you think government should do to curtail this the outbreak from getting to other people?
Yes, for my advice to our government is that they should put a mayor in a place, understand, to prevent the deadly disease from, like, they should through our border, you understand. They should put some mayor in place whereby they will be they will be carrying out tests for people who want to come this nation. So that's it.
Thank
yes.
you.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
Nigerians need to be scared though. Considering our health system, we are not yet there at all. You can imagine our leaders, our political leaders, they don't stay here. Ordinary kata, ordinary cough, they fly abroad. They cannot take risk. They cannot gamble with their lives on ordinary preventable diseases. Now, this is a respiratory disease. It has become a pandemic. Whether WHO has declared it so or not, it is now a pandemic. It is in Iran, it is in several countries. And now, yesterday, we recorded an incidence of that in Nigeria for the first time, Lagos, by an Italian businessman. And you are saying we shouldn't be scared. We have every reason to be scared. But if there is anything at all, it is the Ministry of Health that we allay our fears. Of course, Nigerians are apprehensive of anything. Anything can happen. Nigeria has gotten so bad that anything can happen. So this coronavirus, there is every reason for all Nigerians to be scared. But Ministry of Health should do their job by sensitizing Nigerians that if they have symptoms, they should go to the hospital straight away. And they should provide adequate information to people so that they can be aware of this disease. And they should know how to what's it called, respond to it. Do you understand? So Nigerians have every reason to be scared, because this disease is in advanced countries and they've not been able to do anything about it. How much more Nigeria, where everything is almost comatose? Nigerians have every reason to be scared. So that's my take.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, personally, I'm terrified. I think everybody should be too.
So, what do you think government should do to, to curtail this?
Well, government. Well, I think they can only try, and if they want to try, I think what they should do right now is awareness. They need to inform the public as much as possible using all available media, and I think they need to do a test on those that are coming from specific countries at the airport, so that they don't come into the country with the virus. Because the person that the New Zealand guy, I say New Zealand guy, Shay?
The Italian.
Is it Italian? Okay, the guy that they said has the virus. I think he came from outside. So I think there should be proper check of people coming into the country, especially from specific countries, like countries where they have coronavirus in already, so that when they come into the country, that these ones can be checked and then isolated, so that they don't come to the general public and interact with us here. So personally, that's what I think government should do.
I think people should be prudent and not necessarily scared, because ultimately we all know from January that there's a disease like that, and Nigeria, because of its location, population, and other things, that one day we'll get to this place. The only thing is that we have to be prepared. So early detection is the key. If somebody knows or feels ill, I think now, if it's possible, they should make it in such a way that anybody can be tested at anywhere at any time. Because the nature of our society, like a place in Lagos, you see that it's difficult for people not to be together. So if they say avoid crowd, I don't know exactly how it can be done in Lagos. So it's prudence. Everybody has to be prudent and be on the watch out. Even though we are praying we not get it, but we also expect that it can come. That's the key.
So what do you want government to do?
Well, for the government should first invest more in health. Yeah, we understand that they have about 100 bed capacity in Yaba. But a place like Lagos, 100 bed capacity may not be enough. I remember in China, they had to build a hospital within 7 days. So government should do more in that area. Then the issue of sensitizing people, let them know what it is. They did some good job during the Ebola crisis. I think this one still can be done in the same way. So if they can move in that direction, I think we'll be okay.